I'm wondering, it's such an infectious film, and the music is so infectious. Do any of you ever hope to get the music out of your heads?
Who wants to do that? Okay. No, because I stand here with the composer, Claude Michel Schoenberg, who created this extraordinary work, and the lyricist, Herbie Kretzmer, and where's Alain? And Alain Boublil. And with such glorious music and such glorious lyrics, who would ever want to get it out of your head?
Tom, Anthony from Deadline. What was the most challenging thing for you directing this? You know, I understand with Sasha, you know, his voice when you shut down the production, but I gotta imagine this happened with every single actor on the set. Were you continually shutting down the production for sore throat?
I love the idea of shutting down it for every single actor. As there were 204 actors in the ensemble, that would have been 204 times we would shut down, which means we'd still be shooting it right now. No, only one man proved himself not to have the vocal stamina to do the entire part. Ladies and gentlemen, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel? Did you think you were a chance, and how will you celebrate?
Say the first bit again. Sorry. How
How does it feel? Did you think you were a chance, and how will you guys celebrate?
Yeah. Well, how does it feel to be on stage with this incredible group? It is unforgettable. I thank my lucky stars every day that I got this role. I stalked this man for way too long, and luckily didn't piss him off too much, and he cast me and all these guys. I didn't get a chance to thank also Claude Michel and Alain Boublil and Herbie Kretzmer, who, with Trevor Nunn and Cameron McIntosh, created that original show. You know, it is it's the Mount Everest of filmmaking, making a movie musical. These guys were crazy enough to do it. Universal, working title, were crazy enough to give us a go at it. And I think Tom Hooper and the gang have redefined the movie musical. And to just be a part of that is unbelievable. And I honestly, how will we celebrate? I'm Australian, come on.
Tom Hooper, congratulations. He sent an IMDb. Was the Dream, was that a single shot? One question. And then the last, what was the last cut, painful cut that you did? Last one you went, it's gotta go.
Oh, okay. That's, the first question was whether, yeah, Dream to Dream. The body of the song was a single shot, a single take, and I think the greatest respect I could pay to Annie's extraordinary performance was to hold that shot and never cut, because who would want to cut away from that amazing face? The last most painful cut. That's a very good question. I've been asked that. It was actually a little scene where after Gavroche was shot dead, Eddie Redmayne took revenge on the soldier who shot him dead and shoots him dead, and I cut that all in the mission to get it under 2.5 hours.
Hey, Matt, Hugh, this is for you. I'm just curious about this going without water for 36 hours with the water from your eyes. The decision to do that, how difficult was that? That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Don't ever do it again. It was my trainer had been a bodybuilder, and he said, by the way, if you want to lose like 10 pounds really quick, and particularly from your cheeks and make your eyes really sunken, just don't drink any liquid for 36 hours. And I was like, all right. And about 20 hours into it, I was like, what have I started? This is crazy. I was not a good guy to be around that day. I had a headache from about the hour 16, and by 36 hours, it was, do not anyone try this. Do not do it. Oh.
Can I just point out that any suggestion he was making that he was grumpy is a complete lie. This guy has never been grumpy. I have never seen this guy grumpy in 14 weeks in a year of knowing him. So I just want to put the record straight. So he could he could probably go without water for 70 hours and still not get grumpy.
Congratulations. Now, this is awards season, and so besides saying great movie, not great movie, who will win, it's like you're in the middle of the playoffs. You're in the middle of a contest. How does that influence how you all are feeling? Selling the movie, everybody guessing, will it do, will it do?
Well, I'm the producer, so I got to answer that one, or one of the producers. You know, we made this film because we loved it and we wanted it to work. So that was the first thing. Second, we wanted people to go and see it, and that's now what's happening. We're actually right in the middle of our release pattern rather than in the middle of the awards campaign. They happen to be coinciding, but the critical thing is to get people around the world to go and see the picture, and that's what's happening. And today, with what happened today, with the Hollywood Foreign Press recognizing the picture, giving it 3 awards, giving it 3 prestigious awards, it's fantastic for the release. So in terms of the continuing release here in the US, it just opened in the UK. It's a record box office this weekend. It's opening up all through Europe and the rest of the world. It's a brilliant thing. Everything else, it's all icing. You know, from here on, we all, I think, consider ourselves winners in every shape and form already. I hope that answers the question.
Chris from Jim in the Philippines. Question, you can play some very masculine roles, like great, and then you kind of switch places and we see you, you know, singing and stuff like that. Not that singing is masculine, but you know, you're
Careful, man. Careful, dude.
do any of your mates back home ever kind of like vote for it? You know, drinking beer with you, watching Wolverine, and turn around and see you dancing around in tights.
No, all my mates at home make fun of me constantly. And they all say, mate, listen, I remember the first show I was in, I said, yeah, we'd love to come and see it. We are not paying for a ticket to come and see it. I mean, we were in the school choir with you, we were in school productions, I'm not paying any money to hear you sing. That kind of thing happens. But for the record, the idea that singing and dancing is not masculine is about the craziest thought I've ever heard in my life. I don't know exactly how in history that we got off track. I mean, 50 years ago, if you're a man and you couldn't dance, basically you weren't going to ever get a girl. So I think the thing about Valjean is, to me, he's probably one of the great literary characters of all time and one of the great men ever put down in fiction and in musical theatre. It doesn't matter. It's rare to be able to play someone who you look up to, and that's how I feel about Jean Valjean. To me, he is the epitome of a man.
I am wearing Chanel.
I'm wearing Givenchy.
And I helped design Amanda's dress.
And I helped design Annie's dress, and we helped each other get into the dresses.
I painted her nails.
And
Well, we can't say what Amanda did to me. And you just, for me, it's just you find the dress that makes you feel the most yourself. And then I do know from experience at this event, it's best to go with a dress that doesn't have a train. Anything to add?
Yeah. Thank you.